Now that you've introduced yourself to all representatives of each respective village, we will now conduct a little test to examine your heart and see what your spirit calls out to. Are you ready? Good. Let us begin. These questions you can take your time on and really assess within your heart, your mind, your soul, and your will what applies to you most. You can take as much time to think about it as possible, but make sure that your answers are honest and true. This will give us the greatest indication of which tribe you belong to. Okay? Good. Let us begin. Question number 1. This is an ethical question. You find a wallet on the floor. The wallet has no identification in it, but there's a lot of money within it. Do you A, turn it over to the rightful authorities to take charge of it? B, keep the money for yourself? C, give the money over to a charity? Or D, do you stand there and ponder, feeling very perplexed and confused as to what you should do? Okay. Question number 2, another ethical question. You see an animal crossing the street before your vehicle. Do you A, brake, although the people within the vehicle might jolt forward? B, continue at the same pace you were driving at before, hoping the animal will dodge, keeping all members of the vehicle safe and comfortable? C, speed up? Or D, do you panic, get nervous, and wonder what exactly you should do? Okay. This is going to be a very simple question. If you've been among the mountains, walked along a seashore, sat around a bonfire, or flown in an airplane or any sort of aircraft, where have you found, or even just climbed into a tree and sat atop a tree house or at an elevated position, whether it's a bunk bed, somewhere high up? Where have you felt the most secure, safe, and comforted? In fact, I can rephrase the question. When you've been in a bathtub, the top bunk bed, next to a heater, or among blankets, which have you felt the most comforted? Okay. Another ethical question. You're walking through the desert, and you see a tortoise walking towards you. You then flip the tortoise over on its back. The sun is now beating down on the tortoise's stomach, and the tortoise is moving around, anguishing, frightful of what's to happen to it. Do you A, continue to watch the tortoise writhe in pain? B, flip the tortoise over? C, stomp on the tortoise? Or D, do you hug the tortoise? Okay. Next question. Do you find yourself attracted to intellectual pursuits, analysis, thinking intuitively? Or do you prefer direct answers without multiple options. No gray areas, more so staying within the black and white. Okay. When someone is slow to action, when someone takes too long to complete a task, does that make you feel stressed, tense, or does it give you a sense of peace, knowing you don't have to worry about it as long as the person still hasn't gotten their side of it done? Okay? When it comes to boundaries, do you find it offensive when someone that you've felt very deeply for, albeit maybe perhaps a little too deeply for too quickly, practices boundaries with you? Or do you recorrect yourself and match them where they are at? Or do you assess why it is that they might have had the boundaries and begin overthinking? Or, and this is finally, do you get very wounded knowing that they have boundaries? So, wounded, overthinking, offended, or accepting. Okay? Next question. When it comes to subject material that you enjoy, would you say you enjoy more trade-oriented hobbies, things that require physical interaction? Do you prefer studies that are more abstract and multifaceted? Do you prefer studies that are direct, much like math, where there is a concrete answer? Or do you prefer studies that fulfill your passions, fulfill your heart, such as the arts? So do you gravitate more so towards trades, philosophy, math, or the arts? Okay. Next question. When it comes to a forever soulmate, do you find that forever soulmate to be someone who's going to share your perspective on life, be that your analysis, be that your passion, be that your action, or be that your goals? Okay. In life, what would you say is most valuable to you? A sense of feeling understood? A sense of feeling intense passion? A feeling of getting things done? Or a feeling of satisfaction? Okay. Last question. This one is a personal, direct question. After having met all of the representatives from the different villages, which tribe called to you the most? Very interesting. So you enjoyed the Earth tribe. Okay, that's very fascinating. As previously stated, I myself quite enjoyed water. So, With that now being cleared, after reviewing your answers, it seems that there is a little bit of a conflict between water and earth. But since the earth village called to you the most, it seems that you might feel most in need of their healing. So, we will arrange for a ritual for you to be introduced and welcomed into their village as a member of their own, and you will be an official Mali. Congratulations. You're almost done with your process.